This is News 8 Midday.
But it's a very tedious process. Obviously, we're encouraging it very much, and the negotiators are working very, very hard to do that.
There's progress reported as the standoff at the Branch Davidian compound near Waco enters day 5. Another child is released. The latest on that story tops our news at noon. Renee is off. Thanks for joining us. An 11-year-old boy released from the compound this morning brings to 20 the number of children now freed since Sunday's standoff began. As for cult leader David Koresh and the others, there's still no sign of surrender. Channel 8's Robert Riggs is at the Waco Convention Center and joins us now live with the latest. Robert?
When the FBI says that cult leader David Koresh appears to have made a miraculous recovery. Koresh claimed that he suffered severe stomach wounds during Sunday's bloody shootout. The FBI says Koresh clearly controls who gets out of the Branch Davidian's heavily armed compound. Negotiations led to the release of an 11-year-old boy named Kevin this morning and 12-year-old Mark Anthony Jones late Wednesday afternoon. By Koresh count, 108 people remain inside, including 18 children and 47 women. The FBI says the religious cult's activity appears to be their normal routine, at least normal to their way of thinking. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, ATF, revealed that agents arrested a 62-year-old male member of the cult for weapons violations shortly before Sunday's deadly firefights. The U.S. Attorney opened a criminal investigation into whether the cult received a tip warning of the raid. And ATF officials confirmed that cult members wore black uniforms resembling body armor during the firefight. The FBI is handling the standoff as a hostage situation.
I think that children would want to leave. I don't know who else might want to leave. I think it's more of hostage. They're not people who like a kidnapping, a classical kidnapping that I can tell now. But I would say they're hostage to the circumstances.
Negotiators are waiting for David Koresh to hear a message from God to surrender. He broke that promise 2 days ago. Also, there are critical questions continuing about the handling of the operations and the raid, and there are contradictions in the ATF story. Yesterday, they said that they tried to capture Koresh outside the compound for several months of the investigation, but that he had heard a message from God and that he did not go out of the compound. Now there are reports that he was frequently seen out of the compound in the past few days before the raid. And the ATF admitted today that before the raid they did not have Koresh under constant surveillance. Also out at the compound, a criminal investigation has started into a body that was found there. Vince Patton is there with his live report. Vince?
Yes, Robert, that was one of the other surprise announcements this morning.